The announcement today from San Diego State, they will no longer be speaking with the FS Investment Group trying to develop the Mission Valley site and bring Major League Soccer to San Diego. Joining us now is the athletic director, John David Wicker at San Diego State. So the statement is out today. Take us through it, what the decision was, how the process has been for you guys, and what it might mean moving forward.
Well, Jack, thank you for having me on this evening. Excited to be here. Yes, we put the statement out today. It's been a long, probably 2 years of discussion with both FS and then most recently with the mayor. And at the end of the day, I think it's our visions didn't align. FS is looking to develop a property and pay for a soccer program. And San Diego State is, looking for a football stadium that meets the needs of San Diego State and looking for the long-term vision of the university in Mission Valley and development of a West Campus and, a minimum of 35 acres to be able to grow that campus over the long term.
How did they take things? Where did they leave it with you? Where the mayor's office? Kind of where do we go on the other sides, perhaps?
I can't speak for the mayor and not going to speak for FS either. We're excited to take this next step. Looking to, push for an RFP that allows there to be a collaborative process on the development of Mission Valley and what's best for Mission Valley for the city of San Diego and let the citizens speak.
You had the two major points there that you guys were kind of on the other side from FS. Let's begin with the stadium itself. Was there just no compromise reached on the size of the stadium there and the kind of surrounding parts of the facility?
Yeah, initial size, I don't know, was really the issue. We started at 40, they started at 20. We kind of compromised at 30, and that's something that we could work with. However, it was taking it beyond 30 that was the problem. 2 buildings in the end zone that make it impossible to bowl that end zone in, and San Diego State can't monetize those buildings on a game day. Having to put a roof structure on the building from an MLS standpoint, which is great for, the fan experience and would be great for football. But to expand the stadium, you have to take the roof structure off, expand and put the roof structure back, which becomes cost prohibitive. And then the traffic mitigation, we were not sold that their mitigation would take care of the traffic that would be generated by a development that dense. And then the cost to Sdsu in an expansion that we would, it would be additional cost with the traffic mitigation and parking. And
the other side would be the 35 acres. They weren't willing to give up a certain portion or some sort of compromise on the acreage either.
No, there was never we never really got close on that, unfortunately. And again, we're looking for the mission of the university to educate the future citizens of the city of San Diego. I mean, San Diego State is an economic driver in this city. We're going to reach well beyond just Mission Valley. We reach, throughout the entire county. I think we graduated, 8,000 or 9,000 students this past weekend, and a lot of those, folks are going to go to work in the community in San Diego, the city, San Diego, the county. So it's important to have a place for San Diego State to grow.
Now, moving forward, do you have a development partner that you can have your own plan for Mission Valley?
I think our next step is to understand, an RFP process, what that might look like. Can we, get that nailed down and understand what the parameters are? Obviously, we look at it a river park. That's a great idea and something that, is needed in the valley. Obviously, the portion for San Diego State, how you work a multi-use stadium in there, as well as housing, whether that's affordable or market rate housing, both to address a need in San Diego, and then whatever mix of commercial and retail in there as well to generate for the tax base.
So there's nobody out there, you're Doug Manchester, John Moores, nobody out there has approached you guys or has something going on with you that you might have as a perhaps rival project to this one?
Nothing further than we've had conversations with, all of those folks that you've discussed. I think everybody's floated something out there at some point, but I think most importantly, people are looking to the city to understand the parameters of what a collaborative process would look like.
And what happens if this makes it to the November 7th ballot?
If the RFP makes it to an initiative for an RFP, I think that's fantastic. It gives the citizens
the Soccer City one. What happens if that goes to November 7th?
if the Soccer City ballot, if the Soccer City initiative goes to the ballot, the hope is that there can potentially be an initiative for an RFP that the city council could put on at the same time, and the citizens of San Diego would get a chance to vote whether they want the open collaborative process and, support the mission of San Diego State, or do we want to go with a MLS soccer program?
And would you guys be the ones to draft that kind of ballot language, or does that have to come from your development partner or a different process?
I don't know that we've addressed that at this point. It would be something that the city council would probably have to initiate. We're beyond the date of being able to, an independent party being able to put an initiative on the ballot at this point.
That's because of the signatures and the 30 days for verification, all that. All right. Well, there is the statement from San Diego State. John David Wicker, the athletic director, today calling for an RFP through the city of San Diego, looking for other potential developments on the 160 acres in Mission Valley. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Jack. Appreciate it.